Right, hello and welcome to Camel Finance. I'm your boy Camel, and today I need to talk about precious metals, okay? I need to primarily talk about gold and silver. And the reason I want to do this is because I genuinely believe that we are staring down the face of a brand new bull market for both gold and silver. I believe when this thing truly confirms that it's going to span practically the entirety of this decade. I think that we're likely not going to see a top until around 2028 to 2030. There's an argument to be made that it might even take longer than that. One thing I know for sure is I'm a chart guy, okay? I don't pay a great deal of attention to the news. I don't pay a great deal of attention to fundamentals because the chart is the truth, okay? And as a trader, I only really want to know what the truth is, okay? I don't care what the narrative is. I don't care what the news is. Like I said, I'm a chart guy and the chart is the truth. And because this is the case, I can no longer ignore the fact that the charts are screaming at me that we are about to enter a massive bull run for gold. So what I want to do today is show you how I see this market and how I see the silver market. I want to show you that I genuinely believe we are staring down the barrel of a nearly decade-long bull market for the precious metals. So it's good news for long-term investors and stackers. You could practically put your feet up on the desk now and just enjoy, finally, some well-deserved and long overdue outperformance for the precious metals. And for anyone that's looking to trade this market, I certainly fall into that category. Of course, I have a core allocation of physical precious metals, but I am looking to exploit this quick and rapid move that I believe is coming in the not too distant future. So again, for those traders amongst us, this is how I am planning to play this bull market in the precious metals. First of all, I wanted to point out a few things, okay? There is an awful lot of eyes on this current setup. Okay, you can see here when we connect all the highs of late, this is spanning all the way back to the end of 2020. There's an awful lot of eyes on this. And of course, we could see rejection of resistance and we could equally see a breakout and go. Now, that breakout is what I believe is coming. Whether or not we have to first have some kind of rejection and then build more of a base and then go is to be determined. But either way, I do believe we are getting ready to clear this. And once we clear this level in green, once we clear this prior all-time high, then I believe a 50-odd% move comes soon thereafter. To further illustrate this point, this is something that traders have been eyeing up for a long time. So you can see here, whether we go straight through this all-time high level and start this 50% move before we get our first true significant pullback, or whether we do indeed have to complete this head and shoulders formation by having some kind of one last correction and then cracking this high. You can see that a lot of traders, this guy Peter Brand has over double the amount of time in the markets that I do. And the experienced traders amongst the crowd here are all paying attention to this trade. And there's a reason for that. How on earth does gold enter a true bull market without first getting through this all-time high? Right? A lot of people, a lot of retail, a lot of inexperienced people will be like, why would you buy at all-time highs? But there's no way gold goes on a massive run without first getting through this level. Okay, this is what the experienced traders know. This is what even rookie traders know. And there's an awful lot of eyes on this all-time high break. Here's yet another example. Hopping into the chart, right here, you can see the monthly close was 2036. So that is the highest monthly close in gold's lifetime. And you can see the December monthly candle is already starting to tick up. So with the highest monthly close on record secured, and this all-time high break in sight, coupled with the fact that a bunch of traders like myself are looking at this ready, waiting on the lines to pull this trigger and take this move, the stage is certainly set to see gold rocket higher, and I would think 50% is to be expected before we get our first significant pullback. It's the same deal for silver, okay? This is a monthly chart for silver. This is the prior all-time high, back at $50. And I've been showing this on the channel over and over again that it's time to get long on this breakout. And look, on a monthly candle, we have now closed a monthly candle outside this. This confirms silver has broken out. Silver has broken out for now. Now, it does not preclude a rollover and a fail, okay? That could certainly happen. But in terms of a breakout, we have nailed one and confirmed one on a monthly candle for silver. Tells us to keep an open mind about seeing a quick and sharp move up for silver as well as gold. There's further evidence here that silver is going to outperform gold because of this gold to silver ratio. We have what looks to be a bear flag breaking down in the gold to silver ratio, suggesting silver is going to show relative outperformance here. Said another way, once gold breaks out, we can expect silver to break out even harder. And as if that's not enough, this is the Dow Jones versus the gold. Okay, this is the chart of the Dow Jones versus the gold. Confirmed breakdown retest looking for that resumption. Tells us that gold is likely set to outperform the Dow Jones over the remainder of this decade. So far as you can see, All I've shown you are signs that point to not only a new bull market starting for the precious metals, but also relative outperformance. Gold set to outperform stocks and silver set to outperform gold. So we are undeniably at this pivotal moment for the precious metals industry. A monthly close above this all-time high has just marked the beginning, most likely, of another secular move in gold. And this is yet to be propelled and enhanced by two primary buyers. Central banks, which even with their recent record purchases, still own 80% of sovereign debt relative to their balance sheet assets, and the traditional 60-40 portfolio, currently at 0% allocation to gold, are yet to refine their mandates to incorporate the metal as another defensive alternative. Remember, usually when they do this, they allocate somewhere between 5 and 15% gold. That is an awful lot of gold that has not yet been purchased. Again, it shows that there are even more eyes eyeing this all-time high break. A break above this all-time high level should see us enter this third gold cycle. And history, if it were to repeat, tells us we can expect very, very good things for the price of the precious metals walking forward out to the end of this decade and perhaps even into the middle of next decade. Not to mention, the measured move target from here and extended out puts us at $48,000 gold. Now, to be really clear, I'm not saying we're going to hit $48,000, but what's curious to me about this number is 48K is not only the technical measured move target, but it also is the number that would be reached if we backed the USD M2 100% by gold. So with a reset not too far away, is this something that is possible? Are they going to reset the price of gold? Are we going to trade in the five figures? I would think $10,000 to $15,000 target for gold per ounce over the next 10 years is conservative. I would think that target is exceeded. And if we can get up to these levels, is that the time where they reset the system and have this new system which is backed by gold, potentially even coupled with CBDCs? That is to be determined. I don't want to do too much speculation. For now, I just want to focus on the charts. Because like I've been saying over and over again, we are right in this neighborhood. Now again, if we see some kind of rejection here and a rollover, then frankly, that is the best thing we could hope for, because we could draw a trend line, buy the breakout, and be very, very, very confident that upon buying this breakout, we will get something like this in the start of the new bull market for gold. But I do think it's worth noting, we could well see this thing break out in the not too distant future. And if we do, then this is absolutely to be respected from a trade perspective. This all-time high break, the position from me will look something like this, targeting around 3K. As you can see, very, very nice trade opportunity. And for an awful lot of time, gold does nothing, right? If we go to a weekly chart, you can see for an awful lot of time, we chop around in here, do not a great deal of anything. You can see all the way back to 2011, okay? We were trading at this level in 2011, and we're still arguably trading not much different from this level. This is why gold gets an awful lot of hate. But once gold gets moving, once gold starts to put in these moves, historically speaking, it can be a very, very good time to be long the precious metals. Like I said earlier, there's no way we make much higher numbers in gold without first getting through this all-time high, and thus I think everyone should be paying attention to this all-time high break. If we break out of here, then it is time, in my opinion, for me to be long, to be strong, and to be targeting a move to 3K before we get any first true significant pullback. Not to mention, as I showed earlier, this is silver on the weekly chart, okay? Breaking out at the hard right edge. Again, I'm already long. I'm going to put this call on I've been calling this trade out on the channel for a while. I will cover this over the weekend as always. But we have a long, right? And the thing has broken out. So again, it doesn't mean we can't roll over and get stopped out. And perhaps we've got to do one more final shakeout before this bull market can truly start. But it does mean for now, we've got a breakout that should be respected. And it's pretty reasonable to expect a move up to $30 rather quickly. Then some congestion, followed by an explosive move up to 50. All of this is perfectly within the realm of expectation, and all of this is what the chart is telling us, right? Is this or is this not a breakout? This is a breakout, just like gold is gearing up for its all-time high break. So overall, the thing looks incredibly bullish. We do have to be open to seeing one final shakeout. But remember, if this thing breaks its all-time high, if silver can continue to follow through on its breakout, then it's time. It's absolutely time. A lot of people are going to wonder about the miners. As I've been talking about over and over again on this channel, we are likely in that neighborhood to see the miners break out, but there's a little bit of work to do first. The junior miners look a darn sight better, don't they? They are out of their breakout channel now, as you can see. And the silver junior miners as well. Look at that. Looks like it's getting ready to break out today or potentially next week. So again, eyes on the prize. I think we're staring down the barrel of this massive bull market. And if these breakouts can follow through, then I think we're about to see the type of price movements that the precious metals haven't seen for a very, very, very long time. I'm your boy Camel. I'll be back tomorrow to do a deep dive TA on all of the stocks and assets that we normally cover, as always, over the weekend. I'll also be putting out that video for members only. All of those stocks look fantastic. Obviously, I updated you guys yesterday, so you shouldn't be too worried about that. And for everyone else, I hope you have a great weekend. Until next time, take care from me. All the best. Cheers. Bye.